This is a report, so take it how you will. That they're reportedly finally working on a new Splinter Cell game.
All right.
Whoa.
I guess hell really did froze over. So they're not going to turn it into some multiplayer bullshit, are they?
That is my worry, because I'm like, okay, and by the way, I'm going to step back a little bit. So this is my theory as to why we haven't gotten a new Splinter Cell, Prince of Persia, or Rayman game, because Ubisoft hasn't figured out how to make them fit into the Ubisoft formula. What is a Ubisoft formula? Open world online game, or heavily RPG mechanics, all that shit, right? That's what that standard Ubisoft formula is. Far Cry isn't online, but it's still open world, still has the RPG shit. Same thing with Assassin's Creed, even though it has a ton of microtransactions. And then, of course, you got The Division and Wildlands. I'm missing some other games. But you know what I'm saying? But you guys know what the Ubisoft formula is. So I think that's the reason we haven't gotten the proper ones. It's like, how are we going to make I know Metal Gear Solid 5 did it, but it's like an open world stealth game. You know? So I don't know, man. So let me look into this report. Because who is that even coming from? Video game VGC? Who the fuck is that? But it's IGN reporting on it, so even I guess they must think it's credible. You know, a report from VGC claims multiple development sources have revealed that a new Splinter Cell is in early phase of production, with a small chance of the game being announced in 2022. Interesting. The project has apparently been greenlit as part of an effort to appease frustrated Tom Clancy and Splinter Cell fans who have been less than happy with Ubisoft's treatment of the brand over the past decade. Some insider baseball stuff for you guys. I am not kidding you. Every single time I've been invited to a Ubisoft event, I have asked them, where the fuck is Splinter Cell? And they've just given me the face like, dude, don't ask us that. I see a podcat, by the way.
Yeah, he's hanging out here. He's purring.
But so I hope this is true, but I am afraid, obviously not going to be the original guys. Like the last Splinter Cell game they made was like, what? But it was Blacklist.
Was that 2011?
Something like that. It was like 2012, 20, yeah. But it was a long time ago.
A while ago.
Yeah. So it's not going to be the same people, and you know, maybe with the current climate, it may be a little, you know, soft around the edges, if you know what I mean. So I don't know, man, but I'm glad, because think about it. We don't have Metal Gear anymore. We don't have Splinter Cell. The only game in town right now is Hitman, which is great, but we need that other end of the spectrum, you know? So hopefully this is true. And apparently they did have a working kind of model of this game that some people tested out. So it seems like it's legit, you know? But I would really like to see Sam Fisher come back, you know? That would be really cool, because that Blacklist was so good. Like, how do you guys just stop there, man?
I mean, they can fill, if they, you know, since there's not going to be any Metal Gear games, they can really fill in that hole for stealth genre.
Yeah, because you know, the Splinter Cell is more Metal Gear than Hitman is. You know, so, you know, all the cool gadgets and crazy shit like that. But yeah, I'm just worried that they're going to turn into some Ubisoft game, if you know what I mean. You know, but turn it into the old school Ubisoft games. So we like those. You know, the new games are going to just, they get too bloated, too much, you know. When you know things are bad when even Brett says this is too much game, you know, about a Valhalla. That's how you know shit is bad, you know. It is the bad to make it. But Chris, what do you think, man, about the prospect of a new Splinter Cell?
I would like one, but I'm worried about what you, like, you voiced my concerns about the current day development and story writing, and you know, I'm worried. Like, I mean, you've heard the leaks about Indiana Jones and stuff. I'm worried that, you know, Sam Fisher is old, he's gonna die, and some lady's like, you're the Splinter Cell now.
I'm Sam Fisher now, you know,
right? Yeah, to take the name.
Take the name, because you can't take the title. You have to take the name.
Take
you know,
his name. Yeah,
like the whole thing, James Bond thing. It's like, why can't you just have another 007? Problem solved. You don't have to be another James Bond. Just be another 007. You know,
is that what happened?
I don't know, but but the
I'm
thing is,
James
like,
Bond now?
you know how they've been saying, like, oh, we need to get so and so to be James Bond. It's like, why? Just get another 007, and you're good. Give him another bland name, and you're good to go.
I mean, yeah, like there was what's his face? The guy from Boromir was a 00.
Yeah,
He
wasn't GoldenEye.
He wasn't. Yeah,
he was the rogue agent,
and he also died.
He did, of course. He has to die,
as he always does.
Yo, I remember when I saw Equilibrium, because I saw it years after it came out. You know, he's in there. I'm like, how long is it going to take? This dude died in the first 10 minutes. Hilarious. You know, great movie, by the way, Equilibrium. You know, what they have, Gun Kata, is that what they called it?
Gun Kata.
Gun Kata, yeah.
Christian Bale, you know.
Doesn't make any sense, but
no,
sure. Martial arts gun fu, sure.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. You know me, I'm a huge Michael Ironside fan, but he sounds. Did you hear him in not in the last game, but the last time he was Sam Fisher, it was gruff as shit. You know.
Well, he is like almost like 70 years old or something.
Yeah, because people were complaining like, oh, why isn't Michael Ironside back? Like the voice doesn't match the character anymore, man. You know.
Like, yeah, they did have him in that. Yeah, that last.
He was. It wasn't a proper, but it was like a cameo type of thing where he reprised the role, and you heard him.
Breakpoint, and
yeah, and you're like, ugh, you know.
It's like I'm the only one left.
I was like, whoa!
Like, how is that voice coming out of that body, bruh? Dunkin' Donuts is the coffee we were talking about, you know. I like Manny's cat.
Oh yes.
He made you like Blofeld, you know. Something about James Bond.
Yes, I'm Telly Savalas Blofeld.
Yes,
not current. What's his name?
I'm not
from Spectre.
I'm not Christoph Waltz.
Yeah,
I still want to see that movie. I heard it's good. I noticed that the Daniel Craig James Bond movies keep skipping. You know, like the first one, Casino Royale's fucking good. You know, then the next one, I think.
Oh, Quantum of Solace.
And you know, but then the one after that, Skyfall, was dope.
Skyfall was good.
And then Spectre was, you know. So I'm hoping this one, which is his last one, will be like really, really good. I heard people seem to like it though. That's good. Anyway, yeah, Splinter Cell. Hopefully, you won't fuck it up. Please don't fuck it up. You know.
You know they're going to find some weird way to fuck it up if they
Probably
do.
will, yeah.
You know, like they'll do something that is just. Here's a good one. They'll do what they did with Tom Clancy's name. Is that they'll just take the name and then they'll put on something that has nothing to do with Tom Clancy at all, and put it out there and say, "Hey, look, it has Tom Clancy on the box. You must buy it, right? Because you like the Tom Clancys, right?" And
Tom Clancy, flying saucers.
Well, I mean, they already have the alien, and not the alien. The what's it, Brian? The zombie one. Yeah.
Extraction or something, or like Rainbow
Extraction.
Six. They have Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Extraction, where you're rescuing hostages from aliens. It's like,
Yeah,
I read that. I'm
it
like,
is aliens.
and I was like, no, stop. This has nothing to do with Rainbow Six. This is.
I like the premise, except that it's Rainbow Six. It's like, why can't it just be rescuing people from aliens? And it's like, well, but Tom Clancy. It's like, what? No, he didn't write about aliens.
Like, you can just like remove like Tom Clancy and Rainbow Six and just have like Extraction Point or something, you know, and then like, okay, cool, fine, you know, it works, you know, like it's its own thing. It doesn't need to be again, it's the problem with modern age these days. It doesn't need to be attached to the damn name. Like, drop the name, take everything else. The name has a meaning. The name has a purpose. The name belongs to someone. You can't just appropriate the damn name. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
So yeah. Tony, I'm in the same camp as you. Like, I would love one similar to like 1 and 2, but we'd never get anything like that these days.
No, we wouldn't. You know,
because certain people that play games, they can't jump over boxes.
Oh man, jump dash. You know,